Hello, and thank you for listening to Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard. On this episode of the podcast, I talk with my buddy Graham Templeman of Sun Temple Studios. He's also the drummer for LAVAGOAT, SPARKY, and a bunch of other wild bands. We talk about the studio, we talk about his bands, and we just talk about stuff in general. They're playing at Calgary Metalfest, both bands, Saturday, June 6th. So go to calgarymetalfest.com and grab a ticket. Thanks for listening. Hello, and thank you for listening to Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard. On this episode of the podcast, I have my friend Grandma here. How you doing, man?
Awesome.
Oh, we got to put your sock back on.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, we got to use protection.
Protection on the microphone.
Oh, slip it on.
Spitty.
Slip it on.
Ooh, that was erotic.
That's like it's our popper stopper there. Beer cozy.
Neil needs one of these.
This podcast is brought to you by righthookmics.com. Go there, buy everything.
Put it in your right hook.
Yeah. Put it in your right hook. Use it. Sing to the world. It's a PE55 style dynamic microphone. We're using the metal mic. There's the Stormtrooper, which is white. The 3PO, which is gold. The Drill Sergeant, which is olive drab. And the Crimson Guard, which is red.
Awesome names.
I don't make this shit up. So go to righthookmics.com and buy one of those. Buy one of those for each one of your family members.
Especially your grandmother.
This podcast is also brought to you by BigNateProductions.com. That's me and all the stuff I do. If you've listened to the previous podcast, you'll understand a little more what we do. The What the Fuck cast, the Getting Hard in Nate's Backyard number 25. Explain what we do at Big Nate Productions. I record, I do live sound, I'll do your wedding, I'll do whatever when it comes to sound. So go to BigNateProductions.com. You're probably listening to this podcast on there, hopefully. And Big Nate Productions brings you Calgary Metalfest, June 3rd through 7th. $60 for 4 days of metal. Get your shit together. Go to calgarymetalfest.com. There's also tickets available at Sloth Records and at Dickens. Dickens has zero service charge, so go down there, grab a ticket, and come party for like 4 or 5 days. It's going to be awesome. Grandma's going to be there twice.
I'm going to be there twice, yeah. But on the same day.
Oh, yeah, it is the same day. It's a Saturday, right?
Yeah. Can't
wait. I'd like to officially welcome Grandma to the podcast. How many bands are you in? 400, 500?
Yeah. It's 435, actually. Just
every band from Saskatchewan you're in, right?
No, there's a couple, but I think there's a solid 7.
Oh, wow. Well, wild. Wow.
There's a couple other bands that I've been jamming with here and there, but first and foremost, I guess, would be Sparky.
Sparky, yeah.
Been in that band for 13 years now.
Yeah.
So it's, that one is first. LAVAGOAT.
Yeah, Sparky does our intro song there. Thanks for the contribution to the podcast.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a song. I guess it's now one word. Robin Williams. It's not a name.
I was told it's RMW.
RMW.
Because you're not allowed to say his name.
Yeah, iTunes gave us a little bit of a...
Oh, really? It was iTunes,
yeah.
Huh? I thought maybe it was his lawyers.
No, they're saying that you can't do that.
Yeah.
But the reason for that was, like, that song never really had a title until Robin Williams passed away. And he became the first and foremost thing on our minds that had jam, and we were like, that song sounds like his character.
Yeah, for
sounds
sure.
like his way of doing things. It's very quirky, very weird, but also very dark.
Yeah, totally.
It just kind of fit, and we wanted to pay homage to him and not, slander him. It's not.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make fun of the guy. We love the guy.
Yeah, totally.
So, I don't know. If we can't do that, we can't do that. But we figured it would have been a nice thing to do.
Well, it was funny when we were trying to figure out a song. We were just listening to Humanimation?
Humanimation.
The new Sparky album.
#Humanimation.
Yeah. And that just happened to come up, and we were talking about it, and I was like, what about this song? This is fucking perfect. It's 1 minute long and all this stuff, so...
Cool.
We just started using it without permission, and then I got around to asking.
Yeah.
And you guys were cool about it, so thanks a lot for that.
No worries. Thank you for that.
And you also play in LAVAGOAT, right?
Yes, LAVAGOAT.
What is LAVAGOAT?
LAVAGOAT's more of a kind of dark rock doom band. Oh, I'm really bad at describing
Stoner-esque?
things. Stoner-esque.
Stoner-ish?
Yeah, stoners will like it.
Yeah.
It's very hard and bludgeoning, slow at times. A lot of the newer stuff that we've been writing is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. It's getting faster and crustier, and
Really?
yeah, there's some tunes in there that are borderline like crust tunes.
Wow. I can't say... I'm trying to say two words at once. Yeah. Wow and wild. But both.
It was...
Whoa.
It was a weird thing that just happened at jams. We started going over some older tunes that the guys had written long before I was in the band. And they were originally written as black metal songs. And I'm not very much of a black metal guy. I don't really have any reference for it.
Yeah.
But as soon as we started jamming it out, it just kind of had a middle ground between like black and doom and black metal, and it just kind of turned out more like grind, like crusty grind.
Crusty grind. Yeah.
And we kept a couple of those tunes because they're odd. They're different ones that someone who has been to a LAVAGOAT show in the past and kind of got stoned in the front and hung out with their buddies amongst the smoke and the lights. They would be kind of taken aback by something that with this new stuff.
Well, that's
faster.
cool.
Yeah.
So go to Calgary Metalfest on Saturday, and you'll see Graham play. LAVAGOAT's headlining Lord Nelson's.
Yeah, 1 o'clock I think her set is.
Yeah, and then Sparky's playing at like
9:30 or 9:45
like
at Dickens.
Yeah.
That'll be, both bills are amazing.
Yeah, it'll be another bro down too. It's gonna be intense.
Yeah, the Saturday Saskatchewan bands.
Yeah,
Got
sure.
Untimely Demise from Saskatoon, Into Eternity from Regina. Well, mostly from Regina. I guess half of them are from Alberta now too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be a great night.
Yeah, I'm excited. Fuck. It's getting close. It's
2 weeks.
I've done all the shit I can do. Just gotta fucking throw it out to the universe.
Exactly. It's gonna be sweet.
Hopefully, everybody bring Grandma. There's actually a metal grandma that
really
comes out to the shows.
No way.
It's fucking hilarious. Her name's escaping me at the moment, but Sharon. Oh, right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's
Sharon.
a total blue hair. Yeah, shout out to Sharon if you have the internet.
I want to meet you, Sharon.
Yeah, it's hilarious. She shows up by herself and it's like super heavy shows.
Yeah?
Yeah, like...
That's awesome.
Yeah, she just comes for the good time.
I once met
She makes me nervous when she stands by the pit, though. It's like, fuck, somebody goes the wrong way and she breaks a hip. Fuck, I'd hate to see that.
There was an experience that LAVAGOAT had about 2 years ago when we went on tour in the East. We were playing in Ajax, Ontario. We had Roadie-licious. Shout out to Evan Rose. Thanks for all the help that you gave us out there. He's in a band called Gunt at the time. And we played with them, and their bass player's mom, she frequents shows, and she was an older lady, and she was partying.
Yeah.
Like,
showing everybody how it's done.
beer in one hand, fist pumping in the other, like in and amongst the pit, right up in the singer's face. And at one point, runs around to the back, and when Evan's playing drums, she starts choke holding him.
What?
Puts him in like a guillotine choke, and it is just fist pumping with her other hand as hard as she could. And then
Wow.
he's playing drums and singing at the same time, kind of getting choked out. It was like the best thing ever. And she was wearing a Gunt shirt. She was just, that's hilarious.
You can't fucking make this shit up,
No,
can you?
no, absolutely not. You only see stuff like that on tour.
So why are you in town right now?
I'm playing with a dude that I met in Saskatoon. He teaches at Long McQuaid, teaches guitar. I teach drums at Long McQuaid in Saskatoon. If you ever want drum lessons in Saskatoon, I guess go down there and ask for my name. I'm on the South Broadway location. Anyway, yeah, his name's Jordan Welburn, and he invited me out to play some shows. He's doing some newer original blues rock stuff. So
Yeah, I caught the end of your guys' set last night. It was awesome.
cool. Yeah, we were at Vern's last night, and I love Vern's.
Yeah.
So I agreed to do that show in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, I'm going to Vern's." Like, okay, coming.
Yeah. You do kind of a lot of that, like musician for hire stuff, don't you?
Yep. Yeah, and like
You're probably the only guy in Saskatchewan.
no. It's pretty nuts. There's like the drummers in Saskatoon, like on its own. Most guys are in like 4 to 5 bands and then get hired out a lot. And there is some phenomenal drummers in Saskatoon.
I'm
and
sure.
Like the jazz guys that have gone to Grant MacEwan and come home, like they stay busy constantly. And like with myself, like I don't necessarily do as much for hire,
Right.
but more just I like standing behind a guy who's, doing something.
Yeah.
If like, not just out playing cover tunes at cover bars, like, well, this guy's got something to say. He's trying to get started and he wants me to play. So I'd like to play when I have
And
the free
Jordan's
time.
what, 17?
I think he's like 21 or 22.
Yeah, cool.
But there's a couple other bands in town that I play with.
Just one sec. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what other bands of note? Johnny Don't, right?
Johnny Don't. I've been playing with those guys probably second longest.
Yeah.
Used to be in a band with 2 guys in the band, Mike and Dave. They were called Vagabond, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth on the road. Like I was in Sparky for a while, just out of high school, and these guys had asked me to go on the road. They had like a full 2 or 3 month tour at the time, and it basically turned into 2.5 years of constant Western Canadian touring, living in a school bus, much like we're sitting in right now. And it was really fun. Like as far as thinking about bands that have gone out and just I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna be a musician and live on the road. It's basically what we did. We were living the name of the Vagabonds, but we never really went to Eastern Canada. Never went into the States. It was pretty much from up to Thompson, Manitoba, down to Winnipeg, over to Vancouver, and all the way up to Dawson City, and everything in between.
Holy shit.
And just circled around for years.
Yeah.
And after years of that, we broke up. I went back to Sparky. And then Johnny Don't started, which was just Mike's project at the time. And we were a 2-man band. And eventually a lot of guys came back.
Started as when I first saw you guys, you were a 2-piece.
Because Mike had a bunch of fun songs and just needed drums to help boost up the show. And then everything kind of fell into place. Dave came back, started playing guitar, and we got Jesse on bass, and then we have keyboardist again. So that band's about to release our record in July called Sex Barbecue. We finished it about 1.5 years ago or more, and it's been sitting for a long time. Basically, not because we're lazy, but we're trying to put it out correctly.
Yeah,
without
release it.
Yeah. And we've released a video and a single off that.
Is that the video when you're in the sinking boat?
In the boat, yeah. Yeah. And we have ideas for videos and everything. We want to make a video for every song, and it's a double album.
Holy shit.
It's Sex Barbecue, the pink and the brown, the dirty, the clean kind of thing. One's a little bit dirtier than the other one.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a fun band to be in for sure. And then our agent that booked us years ago, his name's Trent Schmidtke, he started a blues project, and he asked me to come along and play with him. So that band's called the Blue Mules.
Oh, right. Yeah, I saw you with them, too.
We play a lot around Saskatchewan, and we come out to Alberta and play shows all the time. I'm actually going to be at the Commie in Edmonton, Blues on White, all next week with them.
Oh, wild. Fuck.
And that, I think...
So you're going to be hanging out in Alberta for like a month here.
Yeah, I was here last week, all week, in Banff and Red Deer and a bunch of places, and then back to Saskatchewan. Now I'm back this week, and then back to Alberta, or Edmonton next week.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah, it doesn't really stop. And then it's a bunch of Jazz Fest gigs in June. I've also started a new project, which seems kind of ridiculous. Why would it start anything?
What's it called?
Hot Work Permit. Or like a 7-piece like funk soul band, which is something that might seem strange, but that's been my love since I was a kid.
Like kind of R&B a little?
Yeah, like we do a lot of basically all covers right now, but we're trying to get them down and tight because none of us have really been in a band like this before.
Right.
And we've always wanted to, but now we're getting it tight. It's sounding fun. There's like a lot of Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye. We're starting getting into like, Rocksteady by Aretha Franklin. Trying to be very proper about which songs we choose as far as how the history of that music grew.
Right.
And like where a lot of the 80s influences, when hip hop started coming around, they're sampling a lot of stuff from back in the day. Yeah. And I've been wanting to go back and play those songs that they sampled, because little do you know, you're going to recognize it whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Well, and that's the shit right there. Like that was like what, James Brown's drummer that got fucking like most sampled man in the world or whatever.
And Clyde Stubblefield was an amazing drummer. And there's I don't know if he is the most sampled. It might be Bernard Purdy.
Okay.
There's a couple other guys that I think claim the same thing. I think it might be Earl Palmer. Earl Palmer is the most recorded drummer.
Oh, okay.
He's recorded over like 80,000 tracks or something ridiculous like that. Yeah. In the tens of thousands. And then Bernard Purdy, I think, is one of the first guys to ever be like properly like sampled and not paid for it. There's a weird story there with Beck.
Still has to do the fucking Monday gig every fucking week.
Yeah. So I don't know. Being in Saskatchewan is really fun because there's so many musicians in Regina and Saskatoon and everywhere that are just absolutely phenomenal and world class. And
yeah, totally.
Everyone seems to want to play with each other when we're at home, and because a lot of people tour. Saskatchewan's a great place to tour from.
That's why
east or west.
Yeah, it's right in the middle, so kind of there's no way around it. Mm-hmm. Well, unless you go to the States or to the Northwest Territories. Yeah, that's why I did the Wacken battle out there this year. I figured I'd get all kinds of... I'd actually set it up to be as big as the Calgary one, because I assumed I'd get all these crazy entries, and I ended up getting 11, and then by the time the day of the show happened, I was down to 3, and 2 moved on.
And there was some... Like, there was so many bands at the time that were like, wow, there's some of these bands would be great fit for a national battle, and and none of them came. They all had weird things happen, scheduling or
it was kind of I was
whatever.
trying, because the Wacken finals in Toronto are the same weekend as Metalfest. Like the first year I did it last year, or not the one that just happened, the one before. It kind of fucked me up with Metalfest. Like, it ran till about now, like the end of May.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cramping my style. So I was trying to get it done early February, like beginning of March. So that kind of didn't work out for a lot of people. But I think I'm going to get on it earlier next year and try to really get everybody out for it.
Yeah, I know that there's there's a large amount of heavier bands in Saskatoon. We have a struggle to find or keep a venue to constantly be playing at.
Yeah, is it rock bottom?
Luck. Yeah, they flooded, and it was
flooded.
Yeah, it was just bad luck. And there's a lot of shows happening there. Vangelis is another place where a lot of more indie shows are happening, and Amigos. So those are our places that we can really do the heavier shows. And
Saskatoon's having a Calgary-style boom right now, isn't it? Like,
yes.
all the fucking house prices are going through the roof.
Yeah, some people are saying it's like Calgary 20 years ago when it started shifting.
Right.
That's what Saskatoon looks like now.
Should go buy a goddamn house.
It's pretty ridiculous. It's nice having like a booming economy there finally.
Yeah,
but I guess there is no but.
Yeah, how many people in Saskatoon?
Saskatoon's it's under 300,000.
Oh wow,
maybe 280.
Huh?
Or is it 230? I don't know.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah, between 200 and 300,000.
So you are the proprietor and owner of a studio out by Saskatoon.
Yeah,
by your hometown of Kalonze.
Kalonze. Or as Ted Lee says, butt speak.
Wow. Shout out to Ted Lee. Fuck, I think he's been waiting for that for 25 episodes. Fucking Nate doesn't even give me a shout out. So Ted, if you actually listen to this, shit talk me on the internet so I know that you're there. Yeah, what's the name of it? Tell the listeners about it. Everybody should go to this place and record your fucking album.
Yeah, come out, book some time.
Try and talk the guys into Kayaktis into doing it.
You guys should.
Fuck, it'd be so awesome.
Yeah, I have a blast.
We stayed out at the farm
on
our last tour. Fucking place is amazing and beautiful. And
yeah, it's just 5 kilometers south of Highway 16, like where Kalonze is. Kalonze is about 60 kilometers east of Saskatoon. So it's about a 35-minute drive.
Yeah,
and it's nice enough or far enough away that you can get away from all the noise, the hustle and the bustle, and just kind of enjoy the sky. And I grew up on this acreage that my family's just been extremely supportive of us doing this out there.
Yeah, what's the name of the studio?
It's called Sun Temple Studios.
Awesome. Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Go to sunTempleStudios.com. We have all of our booking contacts and everything are on that website. We're going to be updating our website with more pictures and a promo video that is in the works right now.
Awesome.
With some nice aerial footage of the yard and what you can see. The studio itself is just in the basement of the house, and we've taken up the whole basement as a studio space and living space for the bands while they're out. It's for long stay recording.
Yeah.
You want to book a week, 2 weeks, a month, you can do that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It is nice to come out for a day or a part of a day to do some mixing and get away or do some vocal tracking. Things happen rather quickly out there, I've noticed. I've been in many studios in Saskatoon, and it always seems like there's a coffee break. There's I'm gonna go get smokes or a Slurpee or something. Somebody can go somewhere else and not be in the room recording. So like when you're out at the farm, you
better have everything.
Everyone's just sitting there being like, well, let's do this until it's done.
Yeah,
and it goes really quickly, and your product seems to benefit because then you have more time to objectively listen to your stuff instead of rushing through the studio.
Yeah, it seems like, it's like hurry up or slow down, we're in a hurry.
Exactly.
Like because everything's right there and you're relaxed and everybody's in a good space, you can just fucking lay it down.
Yeah, just focused. It's nice. It's nice being out there. So
that destination stuff's right up my alley.
It's a popular thing nowadays rather than just having a basement recording or basement studio.
Yeah, for sure. I just did a week with the band here in town, Statue de Demure.
Yeah.
I have to rent the studio, so that's what the best deal is to just get it for a week. And the guys all took it off of work, and fucking we just went and smashed out tracks for 10 songs. And Fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
That's the way to roll.
Yeah, and that's you
Go focus.
have the option to do that out at Sun Temple Studios as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris Douglas, he's the guitar player, singer in Sparky. He's been like
affectionately known as Balls.
Balls, yes. He is basically and has been the big brain behind a lot of this.
Yeah, he's the main engineer. Kind
yeah.
of built the studio as far as the gear and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he does have his own company, Tone Shift Audio.
Cool.
He does work outside of the studio. He does live sound. He does like events. He actually now has a portable karaoke booth, which you can rent for corporate events. It's super sweet. It's awesome.
That's smart.
Yeah, it was a cool idea.
Who's got one of those in Saskatchewan?
But yeah, there's we really want to like, as they say, like harvest musicians and artists out of this place. So it's not just for music recording. You can do commercials out there. The space is big enough. Say a video production team wanted to come out and shoot some cool music video out in the bush or anything. Yeah. You can base yourself out of the upstairs of this studio and basically make a hub just like you would with the recording studio downstairs and finish your project. Right. And you can rent the upstairs separately. You can have
so
the whole
you do a
hub.
bunch of shots and then do like post after downstairs.
Exactly.
Cool.
And everything's quite open and free to do all those things. And some people are even giving us more ideas of what we can use the space for, which we're totally open to.
Yeah.
Like there's, bachelor party. There's that was turned out
light a
really
fire
cool.
that you can see from space.
Exactly.
When your buddy's band's in town.
And what else? We like yoga.
Remember that
retreats,
bonfire? Holy fuck! Eh?
Oh yeah!
God damn! That was intense.
With the
all the like brush from around your yard. It was like a fucking 20-foot round,
easily 25 feet high.
Oh, just one sec. Cool. So you guys have like a Pro Tools rig and all that.
Pro Tools rig. Chris has got all of his gear listed on his ToneShiftAudio.com website.
Cool.
It's updating constantly too. He always seems to find some new toys here and there.
Yeah, cool.
And you have the possibility to have him for the week or have him for the day or whatever with all the gear and the house, or you have the option to come out on your own if you're an engineer or you have a producer or another engineer come out, rent the gear.
Yeah, cool.
Add your gear along to it, like make it your own. And
sweet.
Get the product that you want out of it is the thing. We're not so much about promoting our studio as this is the best place in the country to record.
Yeah.
No, this is a nice place for you to look at your project,
to do a record.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And you really do. The world around you stops when you get out there, and you focus so easily. And that could be anywhere. But say a place in the Yukon. There's a place called Metal Mountain. The guys from Nemesis in Whitehorse, Yukon, listening to this podcast. I'm talking about you, Eric and Eves and
That'd
Mike.
be cool if they were listening.
Oh man, hopefully those guys are just like the coolest dudes ever. They've had a different projects with different names and stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're all buds and still play up there. And one of them had a wicked ranch just outside of Whitehorse, and they had a wicked jam space and everything in a house on a cliff overlooking like a huge valley, and you could see Alaska in the distance. It was like,
that's very Norway.
Yeah, very. And like they called it Metal Mountain, and you can tell why. You can basically hold the chalice on the cliff every night by fire. Do that. It's just
the
most
double
amazing
grapefruits out.
Yeah, and that place was highly inspirational when I was 20 when I went there.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like, oh yeah, it'd be awesome just to have like just a huge recording session out here for a month.
Yeah.
Because you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there's like no fucking cell phones out there even.
Exactly. Probably. Yeah. There's no service. There's no nothing. All you see is wildlife. And it just was like, well, I can't go up to the Yukon that easily.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we had something closer to home where you could get the same effect, not necessarily looking at the beautiful scenery, but get the effect of being out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have come out and stayed and been like, yeah, this is what we want too.
So you've done like all the Sparky records out there, right?
Yeah, the Humanimation record was done out there over pretty much the whole time that we built the studio.
Right.
We were doing pre-pro writing, and like there is, I don't want to claim how many hours of actual songs and music that we have recorded that we sifted through, but there is way too much to even sift through. So
because you guys are just hitting record on all
every
the time.
jam.
Yeah, fuck.
Random
awesome.
Stuff happened for years and years and years in different rooms.
That's
we
probably
were
where Robin Williams came from, something like that, right?
It was a random one where we were tracking a newer track with my friend Savella McLean, who's you met last night. He's a keyboardist, and he was just so pumped to come out and play with such a quirky band like ourselves, and we were just jamming, throwing stuff at him, see what was going to happen. And that song came out. That's like all off the cuff. That was a random thing that we pulled out of a recording.
Yeah, right.
And exactly the way it was, that we did nothing to it. I think Chris might have done some mixing tricks to it and whatnot, but the keys in there are very random because he had no idea what the hell was going on. And he just kind of trying to guess where we were going to go with it, and we didn't know, and it just kind of ended, and it was like, wow, that could be something.
Yeah.
But
put it on the record.
Lots of that happened. Lots of that. The record itself is like kind of a best representation of where we were at over that 5-year period. Because it's not from one specific time. Some of those songs were recorded like in 2008.
Wild.
And we re-recorded them, like ESL and Omega and Lockjaw, and a couple of those were re-recorded, but I think Omega might have been kept. But the whole Humanimation thing, the hashtag Humanimation, that really solidified the groupings of songs that we had chosen. It was like, wow, there is a common theme amongst all this stuff somehow that we didn't intend on. And it was this looking towards the future type of thing, and where we're going with it. Neil's a incredible lyricist. He freaks us all out by the time he finishes in the studio, because we don't see his lyrical content until he's done recording, and we see it on pieces of paper written there, and we read through it, and it's like, wow.
The rantings of a madman.
Yeah, it's amazing to hear what he was thinking the whole time as we were writing this stuff, because he comes up with melodies and everything, but the lyrics don't really shine through until the recording's finished, and it's incredible. I love everything he writes. It's just it's so funny and smart.
Yeah, totally.
I don't want to blow things out of proportion, but we're very proud of what we put out. And then
I think we're going to listen to a tune off of that.
Yeah, just recently we were nominated for a Western Canadian Music Award.
Yeah, fuck, congratulations,
for
man.
that record. Yeah, no, thank you.
Well, it fucking deserves it, because it is a very good record, like front to back. So
awesome, thanks.
We're good, and not back to front to back. And
we got nominated with fellow Saskatoonians Shooting Guns, who did the Wolf Cop soundtrack. I don't know if you've seen Wolf Cop.
Nope.
It's on Netflix now, actually. But they did the whole soundtrack, like, played to the movie. Like, they're those guys are
a band.
Yeah,
wild.
It's very, very well done. Those guys are awesome. They deserve a lot of things. They were nominated for a Juno. They lost to Devin Townsend, but that's Devin Townsend who has...
What a shitty thing to say.
Exactly.
I was nominated to a Juno, but I lost to Devin Townsend.
Exactly. But they we've been invited out to go play Breakout West Fest in Victoria in September, so we're going to do Western Canadian tour attached along to that.
Fucking
from the 15th to the 22nd of September. We're going to tour our way to Victoria and back, which we haven't done since we toured with Ninja Spy in 2009.
Yeah, right.
So it's been about 5 or 6 years since we've actually done many touring.
Cool.
or much touring.
Well,
So we're excited
send
to do that.
Big Nate Productions an email, and we'll hook you up with a Calgary show.
Yeah, sweet. Pay attention to that.
Before we get off of Sparky, let's listen to a tune. We'll
Awesome.
be right back.
Lies. Gotta be in between with 5 lives. Lies. They want the flash of cash, times cost girls. Intelligent design, designed to track the world. Look back, touch the top to every boy and girl. What we gonna look at? What's like that? It's a motherfucking earth, don't do it again. From the second they get broken online. Why? It's like hell's for real. We can die, better die, but you're living a lie. To the TV, clear the life, full HD, clear the life we breathe. Just below the heavens, they can see you coming from a mile away. A 55-minute drama, save the world like Oprah, super soap opera. Is this a real thing? Humans acting, human reenacting. Some fantasy version, 2 feet, face tonight. Watch a movie in a tragic book. Vicariously safe in rectangle rooms. Composed with a high-speed Wi-Fi. Save your life to a cloud of thunder. Teach you time by the light, sipping in the sunlight. When they show you the dollarama. Working for the weekends, working my love for the weak man. Tell me who's the man? A 55 billion drama makes me laugh like a llama. Feed your baby mama. Is this the real thing? Humans acting and human reacting. So that's the brain cell. I'm checking myself out. A self-resell the moment. World, it is passing, lost my tune. It is dancing, looking for the change the channel. Of the expression, of the press, oppression, false suppression. Lock out, shut down, look into the world, to the here now, look at my life. We were never accustomed, right from birth, we were nursing, listen to the earth, the person. Doing yourself the same time, to burst your mind, to a dimension, align your true intelligence.
That was Falcon by Sparky off their Western Canadian Music Award nominated album, Humanimation.
Yeah.
Wonder what that award looks like.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's just a
steak.
hamburger.
Side
It's
of
a
beef.
beer and a burger. Well, I hope you guys win, I think. I mean, I don't know what
thanks.
that would... I mean, I always want my friends to be winning, so...
Yeah, well, it's. I think it was just rad that we got nominated. That was really really nice. Especially alongside of out of 5 nominees, 3 of them are from Saskatchewan. So we're kind of also surprised by that. Well, I don't know. We
no, there's that much talent out there. It's fucking crazy.
We also thought too, like there's so many bands from the West that didn't really release many records in the last.
Right.
While.
There was like a big
why.
dump in 13 or something.
Yeah.
And then not in the... Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It might have just been timing. But
Yeah, timing.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're just pumped to get out and push the record and make videos for this stuff. Like, we've been really pumped on the ideas flowing from how we're gonna use the record. So, like,
Yeah, cool.
beware in the next 6 months or so, there may be some more online fun that we can show you guys, jam sessions or little videos. We've been thinking about doing video casts at jam sessions.
Nice.
Just out at the studio, because we jam at the studio a lot.
Yeah.
And there's some ideas flowing through, but we're not gonna sit on this album for very long.
Yeah.
We have new stuff in the works. We've already started recording some of the tracks for the next record. I believe,
Cool.
I don't know if it's going to be a full record. It might maybe just be an EP.
Yeah, cool.
We really want to be putting out vinyl.
Nice.
We have some new T-shirts on the way. We got, like, everything's kind of
Cool.
brand spanking new. SPARKYBand.com is
Fuck yeah.
new and revamped. It's kind of a Tumblr-based website.
Go there and buy
Everything's
everything.
Yeah, we have actually everything's $5 on our Bandcamp right now.
Holy fuck.
So-
that's a sale.
Every record that we have, they're all $5. You can go to SparkyBand.bandcamp or SparkyMusic.bandcamp.com, I think. Yeah, and you can see you'll see the first thing, the Humanimation cover art is right up there, and that was done by our buddy Wormzilla, Sean Arsenian.
Sean Arsenian.
from the great Sabatini fame, and
B Pigwan.
Pigwan most recently. Yeah, and we just can't say enough amazing things about Sean. And,
Yeah, that
and
fucking art is amazing, man. So fucking cool.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
It's fucked up the people we know, isn't it? It's
fucking
fucked
believable.
up, man.
Like,
We just all need to
Everybody.
be. We all just need some fuck you money, and then it's on, right?
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Yeah,
That's
anybody
okay. The
got any of
dinosaurs
that?
are dying.
yeah. Anybody listening got fuck you money? We'll
Yeah, since
fucking do so much with that.
yeah, flick a spark over here, man. Fuck. You guys, I'm sure you get asked this in every fucking interview, and it's probably a super annoying question by now. But how was it opening for Lamb of God?
It was how do I put this? It wasn't just a humbling experience. It was an eye opener to
Wow.
the big world of metal.
Yeah.
Especially because of the conversations that we had with specifically Randy.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, they hung out. They weren't being like in
No.
their fucking doing blow in
Absolutely
their fucking
not.
green room and not,
No,
they hung out and they were cool people, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think Randy has a terrible rap. Like,
yeah, of course.
And there's this was before things happened in Europe with him and
Right.
everything. But
Yeah, what year was that? Like 09 or something like that?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 09.
Or 2000, yeah, 2009. And that because there was an off date that they had from the Metallica tour.
Yeah, right.
And it was Lamb of God and The Sword. And
Yeah.
at the time, I was like listening to The Sword religiously, and it was like, wow, we get to open for The Sword. And everyone's like, yeah, you guys got to open for Lamb of God. I was like, yeah, but we got to open up for The Sword.
yeah, I actually forgot the sword was on that bill.
I don't know, I was more pumped on them, but then when we got there, chatted with the one guitar player from The Sword, the younger guy. I think he writes a lot of the stuff. Fuck, he was really nice dude.
Cool.
Super cool dude, because he was just so pumped to be on tour with Metallica and to get paid to do it. He was like, this is just, like, it's unreal.
No doubt. How could you
I
not
was
be
like,
fucking
I got
pumped?
the dudes from Metallica asking me how to play some of my riffs. I was like, that's a childhood dream right there. Like, and that's it.
That's funny. Hey, play that riff.
Exactly, right?
We'll put it on the next record. Fucking Metallica.
And yeah, I've never really been a fan of Metallica. As some
Yeah.
people who know me know how I can go on that topic at great length. But
Yeah.
the
They
cool
died
thing
after
was,
Injustice.
the experience with Randy was like Chris and I believe John and Neil were there at certain times as well, but it was mainly me and Chris sat down with Randy and smoked cigarettes in the back and talked about our respective like countries. And because we were both interested in, we're interested in how things work down in the southern states. Like we've never
Yeah,
been
because
there, we
they're
don't know.
from like fucking Virginia or something, aren't they?
Yeah, Richmond or something.
Yeah,
and he was asking about Canada because he's so interested about Canada. It wasn't like he's in love with it, but he just
Well, they don't hear anything.
No,
besides
like, no
igloos and A.
Yeah,
that's all they fucking know about Canada and the States.
And like it was the coolest fucking experience standing there, going through some of the stuff we were going to do for our set, and Randy rides up on his skateboard reading a book, and just stops and walks into our circle. Hey guys, what are you doing? It's like, weird. Okay, yeah, and then just started chatting, and hours
being normal. What are you doing? Being normal.
Yeah, hours went by of conversation, and
Sweet.
it was super fun because he is a very, very intelligent dude.
Yeah,
and very respectful of his brothers in the band, and it was quite amazing to hear some of those things that he was saying. I won't divulge into everything we talked about, but by the end of it, it was really nice when he had expressed his gratitude for us actually having a conversation with him. Because he was like,
fucking weird, eh?
He's like, man, it's been so long since I talked to like a group of dudes who are actually aware and aren't talking about fucking metal.
Yeah, it's not fanboy bullshit.
Yeah, and that never even kind of sunk in. It's like, wow, there's dudes who are out on the road all the time that just actually crave regular conversation.
Yeah, they're lonely.
Yeah, so that was really nice. That was a nice thing to say. And they watched our set. They all had nice comments to say, and that was pretty much it. We didn't go out there to be anything else other than
sequin jacketed motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That was, when I saw those pictures, I was like, "Fucking A!"
Yeah, wanted to make some
their
impression.
Yeah,
but it was a great experience. The production company that put it together was, I'm just happy they asked us, because we didn't feel that we fit the bill, but it hopefully we represented our city in a way that everyone enjoyed. So
yeah, fucking A, man, totally.
Yeah.
Well, and there was there's different bands today. Who knows what would happen if that happened today? But at the time, I think it was they nailed it with you guys.
Yeah, we got to open up for Soulfly too, like about 2 years ago.
Wow,
and that was kind of like a childhood thing for everybody.
Yeah, right.
It was like, oh, cool,
Max Cavalera.
Yeah, that was cool. They were on tour with a bunch of opening bands that I'm sorry, but I don't remember their names. But it was also a strange bill, but got to have the experience.
I think really now he's touring with his son's band.
No way.
Yeah.
I think I just saw something that the original members are getting back together.
Holy.
Like everybody.
Including Fred Durst?
Oh, Sepultura.
Oh, Sepultura.
Sepultura, yeah.
Okay.
Biscuit reunion.
Yeah. Well, he did on the Soulfly, the first Soulfly CD. He did that verse. Fuck. God damn it. That's why I bought it at the fucking bargain bin in Silverton for $3.
Well, I don't think anybody knew that he was just going to say Soulfly for the next 6 albums.
Yeah, right. That's what happens when Buddy fucks your wife, I guess. Whatever happened there, I don't know. So, LAVAGOAT recorded at Sun Temple Studios.
All of our stuff's been done at Sun Temple Studios with Chris as the engineer.
Awesome.
We did put out an EP called Weird Menace last year. It's a 21-minute track.
Oh, fuck.
It's actually
The Decline.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of songs that we put together and recorded it all in the basement, actually, that we were living in Saskatoon, and just did a crappy basement recording with a couple mics, and because that's what we wanted it.
When did you do that? Recently?
It was 2012.
Oh, fuck.
Or no, 2013 we recorded it.
Huh.
And then put it out I think 4 months later.
Nice.
And that's a cool little thing. But every album before that, like we did the LAVAGOAT self-titled, was at the farm. There was actually an EP done before that, just self-titled EP as well. And then we put out the Monoliths to Mars project, and then released Weird Menace after that, and then just recently, last year, released Ageless Nonsense. And that one is a a collection of tunes over that whole period of time that we went back and made sure we grouped them all together. And it's kind of where Ageless Nonsense came from. It's just songs over many, many years, just kind of thrown together in a group. No real idea for it.
Huh.
And it came out as a really cool record the way it flows. We were kind of surprised at that. But LAVAGOAT is a constant writing machine. We have probably about 2 albums worth of material ready to go right now.
Fuck.
We're recording the next one soon, I'm thinking, out at Sun Temple Studios again. We're kind of going to take this one a little bit slower, but it's definitely going to be different from everything that we've done in the past. But then there is some other new stuff. Like we're kind of throwing things in all these different directions and just going wherever we want. And it's fun to just write and record and have a group of guys that are just on the ball with that.
Yeah,
always putting stuff up on the table. And,
prolific writers.
Yeah, and then it stays. Like almost every song that's brought to the table stays.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
We have a place for it somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
Yeah, LAVAGOAT is a very, very fun group to be a part of because their mindset about doing this is very genuine. And like, there's nothing behind why we're doing it. We're just writing stuff. So if anybody comes out to a LAVAGOAT show, just come out and bang your head. There's no qualms about it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
that's why we wrote the things we wrote.
Fucking A.
Have fun.
Well, I don't know. I want to thank you. I'm glad that you're so prolific and you're fucking going between Alberta and Saskatchewan a bunch. And I was able to catch you for the podcast here.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. Like, I just love being able to come and hang with you.
Yeah,
do a podcast. It's awesome. For
sure. I knew it would be a good long form, free flowing conversation, as they always are. So with that being said, go check out LAVAGOAT. We'll play a LAVAGOAT tune. What song should we play?
Maybe we should play something off of the new one.
All right. Well, think about that for a second, and check out LAVAGOAT at Lord Nelson's on Saturday and headlining, and then Sparky at Dickens. This is both June 6th.
Yep.
Yeah, check it out. Go to calgarymetalfest.com. The schedule should be up soon.
Try and make both sets. Hop across the parking lot with me.
Yeah, you can buy a day pass, and you can go to both shows.
Yeah, highly suggested, because there's great bands at both venues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked night that night, so if you're into good music, come check it out. If you're into shitty music, stay home. Don't come out.
Yeah.
But if you're into good music, you have good taste, come on down. And check out all our other sponsors. The links are below. All the links to Graham's stuff will be in the description. Awesome. And thanks to righthookmics.com. Go to bignateproductions.com. And thanks for listening. What song should we... do you have a specific song?
I do. Now I'm battling between old and new.
I'm Googling.
We should do something off of Ageless Nonsense. I believe we re-recorded Ice Giants. Yes.
Okay.
Ice Giants was on a older EP that we'd done, and we've been playing that song for 6-7 years now, and re-recorded it for this record. Just I don't exactly know why, but it definitely sounds better than the original one.
Cool.
It's got a cool vibe in it. Changes all the way through, and it's a banger.
Fucking A. Well, thanks for getting hard in Nate's backyard.
Oh man, I'm fully erect. This is
No, the getting hard part is just drinking coffee.
Oh,
like
okay, yeah.
This has been getting hard is just having the conversation.
I wish I knew that before.
Yeah, you and iTunes both. Fuck. They were harassing me about my name, but I won in the end. Good. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace.
Get the fuck off of my